things are shifting in love. And let's do some cards and see what it is that you need to know, what it is that you need to hear relating to the changes that are unfolding and how this affects you in the coming month. You've been caught up in the past. You've been caught up with a lot of, I've got flashbacks then. Flashbacks are reminiscing, thinking about the past, thinking about the way things have been, thinking about, in some ways, hope. Because the other thing I noticed about this card is that you've got a camera peeking out. And this feels like somebody wanting an opportunity. Second chance, somebody, excuse me, I have hiccups. Somebody wanting that different perspective. Sorry, I just had to step back because that insight of perspective game. But camera is about perspective, isn't it? It's about what you're capturing on the other side. And I feel this is what's going on relating to movement happening in your love life. There's been not just a change in perspective from you, but a change in perspective from your person of interest. Sorry, that was hiccups. And this is where the growth has happened. There's been a lot of definite cultivation being growth. But can you see that light? Because I feel this is now your time to reap those awards. Because this is about all of that waiting, all of that frustration, all of that anticipation, all of the not knowing, the uncertainty, all of that now beginning to shed. Anything that had been holding back, whether it was lies, whether it's deception, whether it was cover-ups, whatever it may be, all of that is now gone. And I love the way I said it with such decisive energy, that it's gone. It's not that it's going, it's flowing, it's on its way out. This relationship that's coming forward is very much about two people wanting to make it work, doing what's necessary to make it work. It's no longer just sitting on one person to make things happen. It's both happen. And I feel you're ready to open up your heart. And funny, I've got the card that says perspective. And remember what I said when I had the camera about perspective, because that's where I feel things have shifted in relation to you guys. Expect changes from the point that you see this reading. Expect changes to start happening. And I almost wanted to use the word instantly, but it's not instantly to the point that, I mean, if it is, please put it in the comments. It's not instant